Welcome back to the channel, folks. Mr. H here for a review roundup, or at least social media reactions, of Pikachu. Detective Pikachu. Yeah, I know. I'm sure a lot of people probably are thinking, Mr. H, what are you doing? Have you gone insane? I'm actually really looking forward to this movie. I think this looks great. I'm a massive Pokemon fan. Well, the originals, anyway. I was a huge original Pokemon fan. So this is something which I am genuinely looking forward to. All of the trailers that have come out have all looked good. And I think the effects work is astounding. So, like I do with movies which are big tentpole properties or movies which I am personally looking forward to, I bring you the first reactions just because I think it's bodes well for the movie, or it gives you guys an inclination of whether you want to watch it or not. And I personally enjoy reading these things, hence why I bring you these videos. So Megan Peters jumped over on Twitter and stated it's a hit for Detective Pikachu. Pokemon fans, new and old, will rejoice in this heartfelt and authentic take on the franchise. Legendary and Warner Bros. Pictures have nailed this live-action adaptation. I laughed hard and felt my heart swell. This Pokemon film is just the start. For die-hard Pokemon fans, Detective Pikachu is a must-see. Never before has the franchise made its pocket monsters so accessible. It balances its massive world with such love, and stand up for justice is as captivating as any Pokeball. Oh, and keep an eye out for an Easter eggs and its most relatable Pokemon, Psyduck. I am enamored. Now, that's interesting because it would seem that Megan Peters is actually indicating that there is a sequel, or at least there lines up a sequel, which again, great. If this does well, bring me, a whole Pokemon world. I'm all for this. This along with Godzilla and stuff. I'll embrace my bigger child or my inner child and just watch this stuff until the end of time. I love it. And interestingly enough, again, this is something which I expected there to be lots of little Easter eggs throughout the movie. I would imagine callbacks to the games, to the series. That's kind of what I was hoping for, in fact. Lotron Prime Dave Trumbore, Jesus Christ, that's a long name, stated, just saw Detective Pikachu here in Tokyo, and man, I wish Rhyme City was a real place because I really want a Pokemon pal. Go see Detective Pikachu movie like 807 times, one for every type of Pokemon out there, and this movie is full of them, like hundreds. Try to catch them all. Dan Casey stated that Detective Pikachu is a pure joy from start to finish. It's a heartfelt, relentlessly charming story filled with excellent world building. Plenty of deep cuts for Pokemon fans. There must have been a grass type in the theatre because I got surprisingly misty-eyed in parts. Major Miyazaki vibes from this scene in particular. And then he's obviously just showing a scene. In terms of Ryan Reynolds and Stand Up for Justice, they made for a super effective duo. And then Terry Schwartz said, I just got out of Detective Pikachu and my first thought is, oh my god, how did they make Pikachu so cute? It completely nails the world of Pokemon, and just seeing their amazing live-action creature designs is worth the price of admission. If you love Pokemon, you'll love this movie. The story is very sweet with some good twists and predictable beats. Ryan Reynolds does a great job differentiating Detective Pikachu from Deadpool, of course, and Stand Up for Justice plus Catherine Newton are super charming. The tongue-in-cheek noir vibes they brought to it totally works. Paul Shirey wrote, had a fun time with Detective Pikachu, silly, heartfelt, and chock full of Pokemon, which makes for some great world building in what is sure to spin off into one hell of a franchise, perfectly suited for die-hard fans and non-fans alike. Now, again, this kind of reiterates what the first reaction I read out indicated, that there's going to be spin-offs. I definitely feel like there's going to be some sequel bait here. I'm all for that. If the movie earns it, give itself a sequel, absolutely. But don't just set up a sequel needlessly. You've got to earn it with a complete story, and that's what I think they're doing here. I really do feel like this will be a complete story. The reactions are great anyway. But again, as with all things, take this with a massive pinch of salt. But anyway, the Nerds of Colour wrote, Detective Pikachu is adorably funny and takes you deep into the world of Pokemon, which every Pokemon fan will appreciate. The nostalgia is real. Detective Pikachu will have you laughing and tearing up a bit too. Ryan Reynolds and Justice Smith are golden in this. Pika Pika. Mara Eakin wrote, my reactions to Detective Pikachu, so cute, fun for the whole family, Pokemon obsessives will be pleased, but Poke novices will be able to follow along, and will maybe even get sucked into the whole world. In summary, I want to cuddle Pikachu. David Crow wrote, "Wow, Detective Pikachu is easily the best video game movie ever made, and a real delight for anyone who grew up with early Pokemon. Whoever thought Ryan Reynolds in a furry ball of cuteness can carry a movie deserves a raise. The first act is Who Framed Roger Rabbit with Pokemon, and works so well. Seeking other movie tropes instead of video game ones gives Detective Pikachu a sturdy foundation to do some silly pokey stuff. What helps Detective Pikachu is that it's filled with 90s kid nostalgia for millennials, but even those who don't know Pokemon, and I jumped off after first gen in 2000, will be won over with an undeniable truth Catherine Newton states in the film. All Pokemon are cute, even in shady noir." Now again, I've been playing some of the trailer throughout this. I'm sure you would agree the effects are some of the best out there in terms of blending CG with live action. I think they really do hold up very, very well, especially for such out there looking creatures. I think they've really nailed this here. And this is something which the Sonic movie is looking to capture as well. I feel really now what we're going to see, because Hollywood follows trends, we're going to be seeing Detective Pikachu do very, very well by the sounds of this reaction. And then more than likely a rise in this live action blend CG video game adaptations. That's what I would imagine is going to happen. Because Detective Pikachu, undeniably from this, probably going to knock it out of the park. I think most people are going to see this film. There's a lot of Pokemon fans out there. I mean, you know, you wouldn't look at me and think I'm a Pokemon fan. I'm going to be watching this movie probably opening night. And I think there's a lot of people out there that will be doing exactly the same. People that you would not suspect. So this will make a lot of money. And unfortunately, we'll probably just see a huge rise in these kind of movies, which is either good or bad. But I really do think this bodes very, very well. I feel like we're going to get some sequels here. It'll be interesting to me to see if they ever bring back, say, Ash Ketchum, the original dude, whether we get him from the series or anything like that, or whether they kind of spin it off into something brand new and give us, you know, kind of films along those lines with an original story anyway. Or again, another just thought which popped into my mind, because I am rambling somewhat now, but I would be intrigued to see whether they try to connect to this to, say, any of the animated stuff. The movies, for instance, and of course the newer animated series, whether they try to bring that in or not. That would be very, very interesting to see, because if they did, Pokemon has a shared universe then instantly. A huge shared universe. So I will be intrigued to see this, and just generally intrigued to see where they go. This is a great time to be a big child watching these kind of movies. What do you think about this? Are you looking forward to this? Are you a secret Pokemon fan like I am? And, you know, if you're not looking forward to this, I would ask you why. So, obviously, you're watching this video because you're intrigued to hear it, and more than likely you're a Pokemon fan. But if you're not looking forward to this and you're a Pokemon fan, why? Does the aesthetic not jive with you? Do you not like the aesthetic? Do you think that it's going to be a little bit too kiddie? What are your concerns? Because I would genuinely be interested to hear. I myself am, absolutely looking forward to it. But I think opposing thoughts and opposing opinions are really, really helpful in terms of building up a better outlook on things. So I'd be intrigued to hear if you're not looking forward to this. But anyway, guys, I would love to hear all your thoughts, so please do drop them down below. If you're new here, please do hit subscribe. And to stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news, please do crush that bell notification icon. Bit of a PSA real quick for returning subscribers. A lot of you are not being notified of my videos. My analytics tell me that. If you don't, when you go to click the bell notification, make sure you do actually hit notify all. YouTube recently released some BS thing for all of its creators where they were discussing the notification button. It's not enough just to be subscribed anymore, guys. It's not enough. It's really not enough. So you can hit subscribe. Yeah, you're subscribed. But if you don't hit notify all on that bell notification icon, you won't be notified of basically any video. It's crazy. Like, they won't show up in your subscription box. You won't be notified of anything. YouTube will just indicate what it thinks you want to watch. So remove YouTube's power over you. And just a bit of a PSA, because I know a lot of people are missing my content. Anyway, guys, I said this at the end of the last video. I did actually have some better content planned for today, i.e. some Godzilla trailer reaction stuff, but Toho has claimed them. So, but anyway, expect that to drop as soon as it is released. Guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, with Mr. H, take care.